Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm S2F Gaming, and welcome back to episode 2 of Grounded. Really excited to jump into this game and everything. First episode went really well. We got a lot done. I feel like I was kind of scrambling all over the place. But do me a favor, if you guys are seeing this, but you haven't seen episode 1, head over to episode 1 first so you guys are all caught up with the series and everything. I'm going to leave a link to it in the right-hand corner right about now, so check that one on out, then come on back to this episode. But again, first episode, we kind of just got started, got a nice little setup here, a little bit of storage, we got a workbench, we got a lean-to, and we also have a roasting spit. As you guys saw, we pressed the red button at the end of the episode, and that's how I'm beginning this episode, with pressing the red button, and, well, we caused an explosion over at the oak tree, so we gotta figure out what's going on there. But before we go, there's a few more things that we have to actually look for over here, and that is going to be, if you noticed in that little cutscene, a lot of pink things just flew out all over the place, and that is raw science, and that's going to help us level up and everything. So we're going to go ahead and get a couple of these raw sciences out of the way now. So we're going to drop down into the water here. We're going to pick up our first 100 raw science, and once we get over to the oak base, I'll show what this stuff is used for. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of backtrack and head back to where we were the other day with all of the mites. That would have been last episode. Because there is some raw science, interestingly, in there. So let's go over there. Let's head to that. But guys, if you find yourself enjoying this one, make sure to smash that like button. On top of that, if you're enjoying the art content, you're enjoying the new Grounded content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. No wolf spiders yet, so we don't have to deal with that. That will happen eventually, so we're going to run and scream and all that stuff. But first things first, we have our big challenge here, which is taking out mites again. Yes, mites are always a pain throughout the entire game. It is not just something that you deal with early game and eventually get over it. They are just relentless. I'm going to go ahead and take this sap if I can. Come on. Thank you. And we're going to grab this sap over here. What is that? Okay, so that's a lawn mite. Oh, and we got a stink bug here. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, God, I pressed the wrong button. I will do that a lot. Let's go ahead and snap that for the stink bug. I'm not... You know what? That spear is... Oh, okay, the spear kind of fell. Okay, good. We'll have to deal with a couple mites, but I'm going to get that spear back. There we go. And best way to tell if you have more mites coming after you is get it. I see rumbling in the grass, and that is not good. That is probably the stink bug. Yeah, you can see it's slowly working its way over this way. So let's just get right into the cave here. What was I going to say? I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh my god. Totally forgot my train of thought. Anyways, maybe I'll come back up. Maybe I'll remember it. But anyways. Oh, yeah, no. Mites are going to be just an issue throughout the entire game. They are always a constant threat. They just gang up on you and everything like that. So from what I remember, I believe right over here, yes, there is some raw science. Okay, so we'll grab this again. So we were here in the last episode. This is sturdy marble. We will not have access to this yet. We will have access to brittle marble here in a little bit, along with brittle quartzite, I believe. But this is the bigger and better version of it. So we're not going to bother with that right now. Just kind of keep it in the back of our mind that it is here. And what we're going to do now is we are going to head in a different direction. We're not heading to the oak yet. We will get there eventually, but not just as of yet. Another thing I want to do, actually, is I want to make sure I have enough to make a lean-to. So we need 3 clover leaves. So we have to make sure that we grab that as soon as we can. Just in case if we get to the oak tree and it ends up... I'm just going to run right now. Because I don't know where that stink bug could be. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I just had a heart attack. I thought this flat piece right here looked like the stink bug. And we were dead. That's it. We're dead. But anyways, where did that ant just go? Because I don't think I've actually... Oh, no, I did peep an ant, right? That sounds so weird saying it like that, like peeping the ant. I don't know. But anyways, we'll start taking out ants here in a little bit. I do want to just get a few other things out of the way before we go ahead and do that, which is head to the oak lab. What did I want to grab, though? So we need to go in this direction. Now, this is another good base location from what I've seen. The reason why it's good is because pretty much when ants, spiders, and stuff come after you, they can't really follow this path. So you should be pretty good at making a base up here if you want. I'm just not going to build it here because, again, the wolf spider does come close to here. If you jump down at the wrong time, you're kind of screwed. So anyways, I'm going to see if I can grab that.
Don't even need to
Let's
boil
get that filled up completely. Let's make sure we don't take complete full damage. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to head over towards... No, that's not where I want to go. I want to head this way, I think. Like I said, I will get lost so many times. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that raw science right there. This is kind of heading towards the anthill, which you don't want to go near too close yet. The anthill is going to be right there. You don't want to go there yet because there are soldier ants, and we'll deal with that definitely. Maybe not the next episode, but the coming episode after that. As you see in the left-hand corner, it says, like, they basically, it gives you, it kind of holds your hand, if you will. Well, not necessarily hold your hand, because you don't have to go that route. It just tells you, hey, this is what I recommend you do next. You know, that kind of thing. So, it's good for people that, are brand new to the game, but I assume it's good for people that are seasoned, too, that have played this a while. That early game might be a whole new experience for that person, so I don't know. But anyways, yeah, sorry for the weird cut right there. I totally realized that I recorded episode 1 as one big clip, and it also has part of episode 2 in that clip, so I wanted to make sure that my computer doesn't go, hey, this is an hour-long clip. No, you're not getting this file now. It's too big. Basically, I've had issues with that where if I, when I'm recording and stuff, if my files or my, my recording session, if you will, if my one clip is longer than an hour, sometimes it just will not, like, allow it. It basically says it's corrupted or whatever. So I wanted to make sure that we're all good there. So fingers crossed. So I guess if you're seeing this, clearly we're all good because that means episode 1 did come out. So anyways, let's just take a look at our inventory here for a second before I make this trip, because there is a lot to do on this trip. Lean-to. I can make that. Okay, so we're good there. Is there anything else that I want to make before we go? I'm trying to think. No, I don't need... I think we're good. I think we're just going to start heading over there now, because it is already 12:42. Time moves very fast in this game, so you do have to kind of... Before you set out on an adventure, you need to know kind of, hey, this is what I want to do today. You know, that kind of thing. But anyways, we have food with us. We're all good there. Is anything raw? No. Okay, good. So we cooked up everything. Let's head out. We are going to be heading towards the oak tree. And the best way to tell is literally look up. If you see the oak tree, you're heading in the right direction. That is essentially where you're heading. Now, there's going to be a few things around here we're going to have to watch out. There is potentially spider, orb weaver spiders, I believe they're called. There are orb weaver spider juniors. I believe there's also spiderlings, and there are wolf spiders over here. So we have a whole bunch of spiders to deal with. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this path over here, because if I can get the high ground, if I can kind of pull out my inner Anakin here, basically. Oh, no, wait, Anakin did not have the high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Anyways, you guys get what I'm getting at. Yeah, so that's your indicator right there. If you see spider webs and stuff like that, that's what you're going to want to stay away from, at least for early game, because that's where the spiders are. And as you can see, there's a big guy right there. Yeah, that's an orb weaver. Yeah, we're going to stay away from that guy. That is a no bueno, let's put it that way. But what's nice is we're going to have access to a lot of new things up here. We have an old anthill, which we're not going to bother with yet. We do have access to acorns, though, which acorns are going to be huge for us. So let's see if we can get this. I just want to make sure nothing's around us. All right, let's break you on open. All right, so we got that. I do need an acorn top, though, too. So I'm going to break as many of these as I can. Let's see. Come on, give me a top. Nope, top broke. Okay, anyways, that's totally fine. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, you don't want to go in there. Just don't go in there. Don't be that ant. Like, seriously, don't be that ant. There are wolf spiders in there. I'm actually worried that that ant went in there because that could aggro them. You're not going to be able to see them yet, but trust me, and trust everyone who's making videos on this, just don't go in there. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to loop around this way. I know I said don't go in there. We're not. We're just going to grab this stuff, though. Going to grab that. Going to grab that. Going to grab that. And I'm going to hope that a spider's not coming. Good. Good. And this is scary because I can't actually face that way. And we're going to grab all that. And then we're going to take this ramp up. Because my biggest thing right now is gathering as much raw science as possible. And I know there's a little bit up here. We're also going to get access to a new material item. So let's go ahead and get that. We're going to loop around here. There's some raw science, and as you can see, a spider web. But there's no spider here, which is great. So this will give us access. Come on. To web fiber. There we go. It took a little bit longer to actually get that out there, but we have access to web fiber, which again we can use at a whatchamacallit, at a analyzer thingamabobber, and we can basically get that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down here because there are just a ton of acorns, and this is kind of a 50-50 shot. There is a chance that there is a spider down here. If there is, we lose everything. Pretty much. Because one, what happens is when you die, your bag stays here. So literally, I would have to come back here and try to get it when I would have a spider blocking my stuff. So we'd pretty much just say goodbye to everything that we had, and we would start anew. I want to make sure that I'm grabbing as much of this as possible, but at the same time, this is a bit risky coming down here, but I do want to get as many acorns as possible. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Please, God, no orb weavers or anything. I want to get this one, too. Okay. There is a place there. I don't want to check that field station out because that's where the orb weavers are, basically, what we saw a little bit earlier. So, we're going to head this direction. I did not realize there's dew under here. That would make sense. Okay, cool. We're going to grab this.
Nice and clean.
A little bit of water. And we're going to continue our adventure to try to get inside of the oak tree and everything. So, and we're not going to go the way, like I said before, because you can't go that way. I mean, you can, or you're going to die, basically. So we're going to go this way. I did not mean to do it like that, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead, jump over here. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last episode. I'm on the medium difficulty, which I think is like default. There's easy, medium, and woe. And woe is no for me, basically. Not doing that. That's a little excessive. Medium is difficult enough. Trust me, believe me, it is more than enough difficulty there. But anyways, here is the problem that we're going to start running into is we have a lot of stuff that we're about to get, and I don't really have the room for it. So I'm going to go ahead and eat these guys. And that'll at least give us one space, and it fills up our food. So at least we're good there. But again, as you guys will see in a second here, you will see the orb, not the orb weaver, you will see the wolf spider. Yeah. Let's make sure I don't throw the item.
Got one.
But that is the wolf spider right there. Let's have a quick look. Have we unlocked anything else? Yeah, the orb weaver too. Okay, so we'll kind of go over all three of these. That's right, I totally forgot about that. So first was the stink bug that we unlocked. The stink bug weaknesses are stabbing and fresh. I don't know what fresh means, but an invasive species found hanging around the south and west of Oak Hill, as well as the flower bed. Watch out for the toxic clouds. They can drop stink bug gas sacs and stink bug parts on death. Next one was the orb weaver that we saw. Its weakness is spicy. I have, again, no idea. You guys can let me know in the comments what that means. Bright yellow and black arachnids that hunt in areas across the yard. They can drop spider chunks and web fibers on death. Now finally, the big boy, the wolf spider. Its weaknesses are chopping, slashing, and spicy. It's resisted to stabbing and fresh. Okay. A ferocious hunter that prowls mostly the center and westward zones of the yard can drop spider chunks, spider fangs, and spider venom on death. But what's nice is they're not really out in the morning or evening. Sorry, let me say that again. When it's light out, usually they're not existent. They just kind of hang out, they sleep, all of that. But you do have to watch out for them, because if you get really close to them, they will wake up, obviously. But we're going to take this path here, and we're going to end up going inside of the oak lab here. But I just want to make sure, because sometimes there is an orb weaver like hanging out right in this area, but it looks like we're okay. So let's run on in. What I'm also going to do is just play it safe, because we already have the materials for it, because why not? Let's just go ahead and make a lean-to, just in case. Let's go ahead and make that. There we go. So in case it gets really dark, I can literally just sleep right there, and we'll make it morning, and we won't have to worry about the wolf spiders and stuff. So let's kind of jump down in here and have a look around. So walking on in. Oh, you know what? Our torch is almost out. Oh, shoot. But anyways, yeah, basically this is the lab, or at least what is left of it. We're going to go ahead and kind of look around the area, see if we can find anything. We're going to analyze all of these items. We're going to analyze this first, because this is going to give us access to a lot of different things. Acorn chest plate, face mask, leg plate, storage chest, water container, sign frame, and grinders. That gives us a lot of stuff right there. Along with that, we are also going to do the top, which is going to give us access to the sap catcher, smoothie station, spinning wheel, acorn fence, and garden patch. Last but not least, web fiber, which is going to give us access to a few things here, I believe. The silk rope and the basketball hoop. Silk rope will give us access to a lot more things, so we need to basically make silk rope, and then basically it'll unlock a whole different tier. Finally is acorn bits. I don't really think there's anything too much with that, but anyways, we got a couple of drawings and all that stuff around here, which is kind of cool. We're going to press this button. That's going to give us access to the next room. But as we look around here, there's going to be a few little tidbits of stuff that we should look at. What did I just run over? Anyways, right over here, we are going to have raw science. So let's listen to this and see what Dr. Tully has to say.
I have isolated the source of the particle irregularities. They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process. If I adjust the machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the de-shrinking, expanding process. Virgil, please bring up the readings for the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle to raw science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.
Alright, so yes. Dr. Tully basically came up with raw science. And what we're looking at here is all of the labs that eventually we are going to be working ourselves through. So there's the Hedge Lab, there's the... I don't know the other names of the labs, but basically you'll see them here on the screen if you kind of hang out here and watch these after a while. But Hedge will be our first step, basically. But we're not going to worry about that right this second. Instead, we're just going to press on. We're going to go ahead and grab this. Basically, this is an Embiggen Test 45, category non-organics, time 7/1/89 at 7:31 a.m. Cell volume, very small. Raw science power, 76.5 DJs. Spacer input, all this stuff. Okay, whatever. We're just going to kind of go down. Pre-test notes. After successful miniaturization of a single complex electric device, test 44, test 45 will attempt to shrink one full box of the devices. Upon embiggening, subjects will be inspected and tested to ensure proper functionality. Results: failure. Miniaturization successful, but embiggening and further testing is impossible at the moment. Subject was confiscated by a curious honeybee. Recovery unlikely. Box obliterated. Miniature scabs are certainly stuck in every nook and cranny of the yard. Oh, so these were the scabs. Oh, it says subject, a box of scab devices. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, anyways, let's kind of continue here. And of course, we have Burgle. And what we have to do is we have to help him stand. But we're going to let him sit there for a bit. He's been there for a while. we're going to let him kind of just hang out there. We're going to put the torch on just so we can kind of have a quick look around here. There's a few things we're going to grab before we bother with this guy. So, let's head on over here. Let's get that raw science. Another 500. We're also going to grab all this, because this is just free stuff. We're going to take as much of this as we can. That's going to be food. That's going to be repair, fiber badges. Badges, oh my god. Fiber bandages, along with some rope and everything. And instead of helping him, we're going to hop down here. And we're going to grab this guy. While this is going, we're going to take a little path over this way.
Order number 1.
Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits.
Hello, my name is Burgle, and I will be serving you today. I specialize in cooking, flipping, and grilling.
Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, Burgle. And isn't it redundant to specialize in cooking and grilling?
Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list. Deprioritizing grilling.
Good. Now get on with it.
Reprioritizing grilling.
Alright, so anyways, along this little path, I have started to pick up some brittle brittle quartzite, along with brittle marble, which we kind of talked about in the earlier in this episode. Might have been last episode, not entirely sure, about the quartzite. Oh my god. And the marble that we saw over at the mite area. Basically, I've come down here just to get a little bit more raw science and also those particular items. Torch is depleted. That is not good. Because it is incredibly dark in here, basically. And we kind of have to... Oh, God, do I have enough resources? I better in order to make one. Oh, God, tell me I can make a damn torch. Because it gets really... Oh, I don't. Shoot. Okay. Okay. This is going to be bad. Because I can... Oh, God, I can't see. This is not good. And the problem is there's a certain spot here. Yeah, I can't see a damn thing. Alright. Okay, I can see a little bit better now. The problem is if you go down there, right, that is an ant hill. And there are soldier ants down there. So I don't want to deal with those. I'm going to kind of just work my way back to where it says 51 centimeters. And we're just going to hope for the best here. Because I don't know if the soldier ants can actually hop up here. If they can, we're kind of screwed. But anyways, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I knew the torch was low, but I didn't think it was that low. I thought we were going to be able to get through this little pool, okay, this little part before, yeah, that happening, basically. So, we're going to run here. Now that we have everything unlocked in this area, or at least from what I know, now we're going to pick up Burgle. And, yeah, this is when the story gets really slow, because Burgle takes the time to explain everything. Now, of course, we have a couple of options here. I could just quickly, like, speed through it, but we're going to sit here, we're going to listen to Burgle, we're going to learn about kind of what's happened here, and I'm interrupting him already.
I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
Also, guys, I'm just going to keep it up on the screen here. I am not going to kind of reiterate what he's saying because Burgle will speak. So I'm just going to let him do the talking. I'll just keep pressing the continue button. But we have a lot of dialogue to get through, so here we go.
I suspect you were miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device. Why are you here in the yard? I do not know. In fact, I cannot seem to recall much of anything. A recent power surge has caused a massive raw science containment explosion. This lab, as you can see, is a disaster.
I swear we had nothing to do with that.
And what's worse, the explosion has disrupted my computing power. My memory banks are corrupted. Sorry to pile on the bad news, my new friend. How can I be of service?
So we are going to ask, where am I? So let's kind of just break that down before we jump into this. So basically, we're the ones that kind of messed BURG.L up because of our little experiment in the yard that caused the explosion here, which then caused all of BURG.L's memories to be corrupted. So we are to blame for everything. But anyways, where are we?
You are here, in the Oak Lab, built and used by Dr. Wendell Tatelli to experiment on all things small. This is the base of operations for conducting experiments in his yard.
Who is Dr. Wendell Tully?
Dr. Tully is a brilliant scientist and inventor. He is also my creator. My initial protocol was to serve as the short order cook of the future. However, I have been recently promoted to acting science manager to assist with his experiments. No doubt my previous work experience has been invaluable to Dr. Tully. Although, now that I am processing it, I have not seen him for several weeks. And now I cannot recall where he went. It must be my corrupted memory banks.
So how come I can't remember anything?
It seems you and I are both a little discombobulated. Given my best calculations, your biomass has been subject to covalent spacing reduction via interatomic energy extraction. In other words, you have been shrunk. It is likely this was achieved using Dr. Wendell Tully's spacer platform, patent pending. Shrinking can be a traumatic experience for tiny human brains, and memory loss is a known side effect. Hopefully your memory will return in time.
Alright, now how do I get home?
To return to your prior size, you would need to successfully activate Dr. Tully's spacer platform. Unfortunately, my readings indicate it is inoperable. It appears to have suffered several malfunctions from the explosion. I am sorry, but it appears you may be stranded here for some time until we find a solution.
Well, can we just fix the spacer?
Haha! That is a great idea. Let me run a full diagnostic scan on it and see what we need to do to get it fixed up. Processing! Processing! Memory fault. Code 408B3000. Ominent OS script runtime error. Arg! I am sorry again. It appears I have sustained more damage to my memory chips than expected. Without those memories, I do not know how to repair the spacer.
Memory chips?
Dr. Tully used 2 types of chips to back up my memory. Auxiliary chips are small capacity chips used to store project data. If you find these, I should be able to help you learn new survival recipes. Super chips are special, and they are gold. They back up full directories of my memory system. If we are going to fix the spacer, that data is bound to be on a super chip. I suggest exploring the other labs in the backyard. Return with any memory chips you find.
Okay, so there are other labs?
Dr. Tully has built many more labs throughout the yard. Each lab is used for various experimental procedures. I can upload their locations to your Scabby. Stand by. Processing. Processing. Error. Files not found. Code 632C404. Cheese and fries. The lab locations are missing from my memory banks too. But we are in luck. I was able to retrieve the location of one of the facilities, the Hedge Lab.
So what's the Hedge Lab?
The Hedge Lab is the observation center of the yard and used for research on arachnid webbing. You will find the hedge near the house if you head southeast. The lab is located deep inside the hedge, sending the coordinates to your Scabby. Try to find the Hedge Lab first, but there is nothing stopping you from searching the yard for the other labs. Except, of course, thousands of angry, hungry insects. That reminds me. Dr. Tully locks the important labs with biometric scanners. You will need access for any chance of success. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometric scanner near it. Give it a moment to sync your signature into the mainframe. Once you are registered, you will be granted access to the ASL network of computers too. ASL grants access to daily work items, nay, tasks, nay, quests. Yes, quests. I will reward you raw science for each completed quest. In my science shop, you can trade raw science back for survival recipes from experiments that Wendell conducted when he was first exploring the yard. Log on to the ASL terminal over there and see what is available. Unless you have any other questions, you really should get started finding those shivs. And try not to die out there. Have an exponentially great day!
Alright, we are finally done with Burgle. Or at least for right now we are. So we're going to head on over here. Like Burgle said, we need to go to the ASL terminal, which is this thing right here. We're going to hold to use, which is going to scan our hand. So we have access to pretty much a lot of different labs and stuff in the yard. So we're going to hold to use. Retrieve a super chip is our next task here. But what we're going to do first is we're actually going to come on over here. We now have access to opening up this door, which gives us basically access to the first room we were in. And we're going to do a nice little loop-de-loop here. We're going to pass by the Black Anthill as the fourth place that we need to go. We are going to actually head right over to this biometric scanner, and then we're going to have access to this room, which doesn't have too much from what I remember, but it does have something pretty important, which is some more raw science. And I believe this is 500. I believe this is a big one. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. So
Raw science in my hands.
we are going to head back over to the device and see what we can unlock now with all of this raw science that we've gotten along the way. I'm actually going to go ahead and get the spear out just in case, because once we leave this place, it could end up being pretty big trouble out there. So let's have a quick look. So we have 2960 in science ready to go, which we can unlock a decent amount of stuff. Now, the first thing I'm going to want to unlock is this guy here, the smithing station, and also multi-story bases. That's going to be a big one for us. Let's run through and kind of show off all of them. So we have the smithing station, which is majorly important. I'm just going to buy it right away. Cooking 101. We don't necessarily have to get this one right now, just because some of the materials that we need are a little bit more advanced for us specifically. We have this right here, which we can make bases with. Pebblet Foundation, which we can go ahead and try to make this. The only problem is I would go about doing this. The only issue that I have is I don't know where to get a lot of clay yet, so I don't want to go ahead and do this. And clay, by the way, is that brown rock, basically. So we have pebblets and then clay, and I don't know where we're going to be able to get a lot of clay yet, so I don't want to go ahead and do that one just as of yet. We have fortified bases, which allow walls, essentially. Walls, gates, all that stuff. We have a torch upgrade, which basically allows us to have a better torch than what we have now. Meat shield, which basically is a mutation, I believe, that Burgle will give you. We'll go over mutations eventually. Basically, it increases our health. And then finally, Sign Set Teen Spirit. So this is a collection of new ideas to display in the sign frame. So I think this is visual specifically. I could be wrong. And then we have the Scab Scanner for science, an upgrade to the Scab Scanner module that allows it to detect nearby raw science, which again, this is a little higher than what we need right now. So let's go over to the recommended ones. They want us to unlock the cooking one. I'm not going to bother doing that yet. We'll do that eventually, but not right now. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the multi-story bases. I'm also going to unlock the torch upgrade. Just again, as we saw in the anthill, well, in this place, I don't want my torch burning out. So basically, we use the same materials, but it burns a little bit longer. So we're going to go ahead and get that. We have a total of 360 points left. And we have access to these guys. So, slime mold torch to craft one, we get 250 points. So I'm going to take that. I'm also going to take this one, which is the clover hood and the clover poncho. So all three of those, if we get them done, this will give us a total of 750 points, which is absolutely great. At this point, though, we pretty much just head out of here, and on our way out, let's grab this one specifically.
One success after another! I have returned Burgle to his original size! It appears that my new raw science containment field is working at 99% effectiveness.
98.5%.
Right, Burgle, right. However, as Burgle indicates, there is some minor, insignificant raw science leakage. A note for another time.
Noted.
But I see no reason to put off a human trial. I believe there should be no issues. But audentes fortuna juvat. I am ready to prove my creation's full potential. End recording. Burgle, I'd like to record some messages for my family in case things do not go as planned.
Okay, so yes, that tells you that we were getting, Wendell, rather, was getting ready to do human testing. But anyways, we're currently at 2:36 in the morning. That's why it's so dark out here. So we are going to quickly use this, and we're going to sleep for 8 hours. Oh my god. I don't know if you can build inside of the lab, which is why I did it just on the outside, but look how bright it is out. That is absolutely awesome. Let's hope to God we don't... Oh my god, you see the spider right there. Holy crap. Yeah, that's what can happen. And that's what did happen. What kind of spider is that? Am I going to be able to get around that? Here's the problem. If that does, in fact... Is it a wolf or is it a... I can't tell. Ooh, that's not good. Oh god, there's another one right there. Jesus.
Spider. I don't think I'm high enough level to take on such a foe.
Alright, so we're going to be stuck in here for a little bit, guys. It does look like that some of our food has actually spoiled, so we're going to hold on to that because that's actually going to be pretty good for us. Something that we can analyze. And speaking of which, we have a couple more things to analyze, so we're going to jump on down here, stay away from the spiders, and we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, here is the problem. If those spiders stay there, we lose everything that we've literally gained along the way. So we're just going to have to rebuild and everything like that, which isn't the end of the world. But at the same time, we have a decent amount of materials. I really don't want to lose this stuff, but we might just have to say forget it. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see what happens here. Hopefully they are gone. Hopefully they've moved on. But I don't actually think that's a thing. And the problem is, I need water and food. Speaking of which, we have food. Let's consume.
Lieutenant's beef jerky.
And I think that's good. You give me a little bit of food and water, so we'll have you. I don't really have anything else, though. Yeah, we're going to have to make a break for it. Alright, the spider went away. I just saw the clover kind of... But this one's right here still. Okay, we got to make a break for it and see what happens. So, guys, there is a chance that we die here. We'll have to see what happens. But hopefully I can just run out, get on, like, one of these branches, essentially, and we'll be safe. But, alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're going to take our time here. Okay, I think we're good. Now I'm running. Screw it. Oh god, it's right there. No, 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 no. Okay, get to the water, get to the water. Get to the water, get to the water. Run, 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 run. Yeah. Alright, we're in. Now we just gotta worry about the koi fish. But this guy should eventually go away. I think we're gonna be good. I'm gonna get up here so I can get a little bit of air. I'm gonna pick you guys while we're here. And hope to God... Okay, the koi fish is further down. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. Alright. Alright. I think we're good. Whew. That was our first encounter with a big, big spider. I think one of those was the orb weaver, the one that actually chased us. And the other one, I think, was a wolf spider that got stuck. So, I don't know. But anyways. Okay. Let's hope Armed Raspberry Puncho has a little bit of Puncho for us. We'll have to see if it's actually here. Come on. Okay, it is. Oh, thank God. Okay, we get a little bit of water. That's huge. Okay. Let's drink this. Now, you guys might think that this is a really good spot to build in and everything, but yeah, that's very common that those spiders end up patrolling this area, so I don't want to deal with that. We're going to head back to our area. I think our area is just going to work out the best. Let me try to see if I can catch this drop as it continues down. Yep. All right. Perfect. I don't know if anything can live in the can. I actually just thought about that. Like, what if whatever big spider's in the can. Anyways, that's where we have to head back to. Basically, always use that as your landmark. Now, you can build anywhere you want in here. I'm going to probably stay really close to that area. Just, oh, that's a spider. Yeah, if you see all of that moving, yeah, that's going to be a spider. Shoot. I mean, it could be a ladybug, but at the same time, because we're over in this area, yeah, that's going to be a spider. Okay. All right. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I just need to get this right. So we're going to hop here. We're going to hop here. We're going to hop here. Oh, my God. Oh, that stupid branch. Not branch. Grass. Oh, my God. Okay. Let's see, where are we, and where is dangerous stuff? Oh, it was a ladybug. Okay, I just heard the ladybug noise, so I think we're good. I think we're safe. While we're at it...
Taking a look.
Ah, it's too far out. I can't get the bait. Alright, forget it. It's fine. Yeah, it was a ladybug. Okay. Whew. I thought it was a spider, but... Ladybugs are good. They're a pain in the ass to kill. We will have to kill a couple of ladybugs in the future, but if anything attacks you and you're near a ladybug, try to have it where you get hit with the ladybug gets hit. That thing is a tank. That thing can take down a lot of things, so that's definitely a really good ally to have. Now, where do we have to go? We have to go this way. Let's just take a few minutes. It's so funny how close everything is, but at the same time, it's like, it takes so long in order to get back to base and everything. Oh my gosh. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to work a little bit more on kind of just getting ourselves situated at the base. Oh, did I go the wrong way? No, I didn't. Okay. Just have to go a little bit further. You do want to watch out in this area because there are spiders all over the place here. So the orb weavers and everything. So... biggest indicator of a spider being around is usually if you see webs and stuff like that. That'll kind of give you a good indicator of if there's a spider in the area. But anyways, probably a good idea to just start running at this point too, just in case. All right, we got ants, we got weevils, that's fine. We got a little bit of food over there. There's a apple. We're not going to worry about the apple right now. We're going to head this way. Yep, there is our little setup, our little shack right there, and we are good to go. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a shorter episode. It's probably going to be a little bit shorter than the first one, but I am going to wrap up the episode here. So pretty much at this point, now the game kind of opens up. We can really do whatever we want. Obviously, looking at the map, this map is huge. Now, just to give you an idea of where we were and where we went, I believe... this was the Oak Lab, and we traveled all the way down here. But let's kind of zoom back, which is Y, and you can see that this map is just huge. This is where we're going to have to get to eventually. This is for the chip that Burgle needs. But you have access to all this. We have access to back here. We have access to this. We have access to this. Now, obviously, the further out you go, like this is the sandbox. This is the haze. We're not going to want to go there because we'll die. This area that we're in right now is pretty much the area we're going to be hanging out in for the next few episodes to get us prepared for this here, to get this chip, which is the hedge base, basically, or the hedge lab, rather. But we got a few things to do just in this general facility for the next few episodes. Get ourselves built up, get ourselves some armor, get ourselves some weapons, get ourselves some really good stuff. But I'm liking the progress so far. I hope you guys are too. That's going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. And on top of that, if you're enjoying my art content, if you're enjoying my grounded content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.